Good afternoon, everybody. It is 46 degrees Fahrenheit here in Lehi, Utah. Makes it 7 degrees Celsius for all my other friends throughout the world. And I'm Colette, the Highway Stitcher, here to give you my stitching from the highway and home. It's been longer than I had wanted it to have been. I was sick, as well as some other things came up. I don't even remember what now, but anyway, I'm on my way to wellness now. I'm not totally well, but I wanted to get this done because I had a little bit of time to work on this video now. And the only thing that's really bothering me today is a little tiny bit of dizziness. But if I stay sitting down here, I shouldn't have a problem, I hope. It's only if I have to get up and go get something that I might have an issue. But hopefully that will not be a problem. So anyway, I'm going to take care of some past business first, so you guys can find out who won for the giveaway that I offered a little over a couple weeks ago. So I have 75 names for this Jardin Prive Birdhouse sale that we are doing as a group from October to October. And I'm pretty excited about that. Almost 75 people, 73 actually asked to be in it, put the word birdhouses in their comment. And so we're going to see who's winning that now. I am just doing an actual random number picker instead of going through YouTube, because they charge now to do it. So I just put all of the names of all the people who put birdhouse in their comment here. As you can see, they're all on my notes part, all the way down to 73. And it's their names, their YouTube names. So when I give this name off to you, it'll be a YouTube name. I will send you a comment back saying you won. I'm also mentioning it here, and I will mention it again probably on my next video. But I'm hoping that between the fact of it being in a comment, if I comment on your comment and also mention it here, that you will pick it up of whoever wins anyway. So we're going to put that into the random 1 through 73, the random comment generator. Here you can see under here it says 1 to 73. So I'm going to pick generate. We have number 35 there. So I'm going to look up 35. And 35 is Joanne Salerno 1384. If I show that to you close up there. I don't know if that comes out the right way to you guys. It's backwards to me on the screen, but it might be the right way for you guys to read it. Anyway, I'm going to comment to Joanne's comment below. I will comment to her last comment on my last video. And congratulations to you. And if you see this comment from me or hear it on the video here, please contact me. I will give you my email, and then we can exchange addresses, or I can get your address and send this off to you. So congratulations. I'm assuming that's her name, Joanne Salerno. So you got the birdhouses. You can participate in our sale for us. So congratulations to you. Okay, I'm going to go on now to new starts and then whips. I have no FOs or anything. One of the new starts I did is my birthday start. Actually, both the new starts are birthday starts. I started them on my birthday on October 29th. The one is my 5-year anniversary for my birthday sale, my birthday twin sale. My birthday twin, Krista Grammer, is also doing this sale. We're working on it together, and this is our 5th year. And we picked this Jeannette Douglas band sampler to do this design. And it's called Margaretha Schopfer. It's a reproduction that Jeannette Douglas did. I'm going to show you what it looked like before, and then what it looks, or actually I can't show you what this looked like before, so because I didn't do anything. It's just a new start. So Anyway, here it is. I've sectioned mine off, and so this is the first section that I completed for the month of October. And I'm working on this. This is on a 40 count, 1/2 needle and flax linen called Brea. And I'm using the DMC conversion in place of, I believe there was a silk. Originally it's a silk floss that's being used. We have a hashtag going for this. If anybody has fallen in love with this particular pattern, when we posted pictures or whatever, feel free to join us. We don't have any rules that it has to be somebody born on October 29th. We are perfectly happy to have anybody who loves Jeannette Douglas pieces or wants to work on this cell or anything else. Feel free to join us. Our hashtag is OCT29SAL because our birthdays are on October 29th. So that's the beginning of this cell. And that's what I got done, my section for this month. That's all I worked on because there was other projects I wanted to get some more work done on. So that's all I worked on was just the basic bare minimum of my October section, which is the letters up there at the top. The next section, I believe, will be this here, those two parts. Okay, I have another new start that I started on October 29th, and this is full coverage. This is a pattern that StitchinMommy designed for me. She took one of my photos. I asked her if she could design this photo for full coverage. If I say the wrong words or whatever else, I'm still trying to get over being sick, so it's hard for me to get out what I'm trying to say. But so I apologize for that. Anyway, this is a pattern. This was a photo that I took that I asked her if she would make into a pattern for me to do for full coverage. It is taking 230 threads, so there is a lot of confetti stitches in this, tons and tons of confetti stitches. I wanted to get at least 1,000 done. Excuse me for a minute here. I threw down the wrong thing that I didn't want to throw down. I did end up doing over 1,130 stitches on it, so I'm really happy with that. This is a color saver mode on my printer, so it doesn't show the vibrancy of the colors that this picture really has. But it's one I took at Yosemite years ago when my husband took me to Yosemite for my birthday, on my birthday in the fall. And as you can tell, all the fall colors. So I kind of call it, it is an autumn stream, but I kind of call it fall in Yosemite. So. And I am stitching it on a 28 count pre-gridded fabric. And as I told you before, I got 1,130 stitches done on it. With this one, I didn't really know exactly how I wanted to stitch it yet. It's a big piece. It's 534 by 400, so it is very big, so it would take a while to get across the top if I decided to do a typewriter method. It also has tons of confetti, so picking the smallest amount of colors might be taking me way, way over here somewhere, which even with this pre-gridded, I didn't think I really wanted to do that right away. So I ended up just kind of doing what I did with my other very heavily confetti piece, which is it's a Jan Wooten Casey or something stitch, which is a quilt, which is quilts in Cape Cod. And that has tons of confetti. So what I did is I just started in the upper left-hand corner, and I just wanted to finish most, if not all, of the colors that are within that 10 by 10 grid of 100 stitches. Every single one of them, I believe there was only maybe 2 to 3 stitches of the same color for that whole block. Everything else was just one stitch in the one color and then start going cross country. So you can tell how confetti it is. So I pretty much did get that first block filled in, and then just took the thread and kept going across what would be 1 page's worth of the pattern. This is across to like where the break of 1 page is in it. This isn't quite down to the break of another page, but that's where most of the coverage on the rest of the thread went. Most of them had actually more colors besides just what was up in the corner there. So I was able to kind of meander my way down and add some more confetti stitches, which has ended up making my over 1,000. I'm doing this 1/1 full cross. I already said it was 28 count pre-gridded. So, and I wanted that because with the fact that it's so confetti heavy, it would be much easier for me counting wise. I'm fine with gridding it myself, but for a piece like this, so heavily confetti, I wanted to have one that was already pre-gridded. So that's my birthday start. I had to get over 1,000 stitches started in it. One of my own pieces, my own picture, and I'm pretty excited about that. I really am. So that was my other birthday start. Okay, now I'm going to move on to my whips. The first whip is my Temperature Quaker, which is also a StitchinMommy pattern on Etsy. As I've shown this is, of course, getting near the end now. We only have like one more month, and then we're going to be kind of going across on all the other parts that we fill in, all the letters and everything with different temperatures. So can't believe it that it's almost done now. I'm going to show you what it looked like before, right here, and this is what it looks like now. As you can see, I finished up all of November, and November is down there on the left-hand side, and then I started up on, I finished all of October, and then I just barely started on November, that little star. So, and the colors have been, you know, quite varied, as they do get this time of the year, just like as they did in the April block up there. They start getting running the whole gamut of colors, but amazingly this time it kind of stayed in the same color range, as you can see down there, for quite a bit of it, until I got over to those flowers on the it's my left. I'm not sure if it's showing your left on the screen or not, but anyway, I started getting those blues and those greens and everything, which are getting way down into the 40s for highs. And so when I moved over to that cute little heart there, star there, they're just greens and kind of light blues. So we probably won't be going up much higher than in the 50s from now on. So we'll start moving over into the blues again. And maybe some purples, who knows, before the year ends, before this ends. This is a 40 count. I'm doing 1/2. 1 thread over 2 linen threads, and I'm using the DMC varied temperature range for this particular part, and this is a Zweigart Flax color. Okay, the next one that I did quite a bit of work on, actually probably 4 days worth, but it was all I did, was my stocking, the gold dimensions, Enchantment. Okay, we'll see how many other things happen with this particular video. I can't talk, I can't think, I'm getting dizzy. Anyway, just ignore that and look at the fun pieces, that I'm working on. Anyway, this is Gold Collections. It's the Dimensions kit for the Enchanted Ornament stocking, and I'm going to put up the picture here, previous picture of what it looked like, of what I did accomplish last month. And this is what it is looking like now. I'm so excited. I'm showing the whole thing here so you can see it from far back. And then I'll show you up close. When I showed the previous picture there, you probably did notice that all of this is done now, and before it was not. So I finished up everything. This whole section here, other than back stitching, I have to back stitch all of this. So it's not totally done, because when I stitch a section, I always go back and back stitch it. Like when I stitch this little section here, wait, not this one. This one I have to do all the back stitching too. But when I stitch this whole section here down here, then when I was done with it, before I did anything else, I went back and I back stitched it all, as you can see. So that's what's going to happen next with my next part of stitching. I'm going to go back and back stitch all this from here all the way down to here where it needs to be back stitched. In the process of doing all of that, some of the floss had floss left on the needle, so I moved over to this side and did some of that. So that's why there's some done on the other side, other top side of the stocking. This is like the top of any of the greenery and all of that. From here on up, there is a section, a block section, where I will be putting my name, and then it will be the end. So I'm really, really excited. This is just the call for using all the kit floss and also the kit fabric, which is a 16 count light blue Ada, which has gotten very soft now. Very, very soft. So, because I've been working on this so long. I'm working on this. This is also a sale that I'm working on with Amy. And we call it our Sunday Stocking Sale. So it's hashtag Sunday Stocking Sale. So anybody who wants to join Amy and me stitching on their stocking, I know we have several people who are. Feel free to join us. I am planning on for sure picking up another stocking and working on it when this one is done. And I'm very excited. So. Okay, here comes Jardin Prive, or birdhouses. The one that one of you lucky commenters won. I call this, I'm going to call this the AFDN Jardin Prive pattern, so I don't have to always keep trying to pronounce the French. It is also Birdhouses Sal. We have three hashtags for this. We have Octa Sal, and we have Birdhouses Sal, and then we also have, all of them are hashtags, and then we also have the original hashtag of the name of it, the French name, which is AUFILDESNICHOIRS. So, which is right there. So, I had only accomplished a little bit on it, and that's up here that you'll be able to see. Just a very little bit for my start. So, I did finish the section that I was supposed to do. And here it is. I just love it. I'm doing it in a real small count. This is 25 count. Zweigart Vintage Country Mocha. I'm doing 1/1 and using the DMC that's called for. So as you saw in the previous picture, I only had just done a little bit just for my start at the Stitch West Retreat, where we start this October to October sale. I'd only just done just a tiny bit of that border and just a tiny bit of one snowflake. So as you can see, I finished the rest of the part for our first section. For some of us, our first section. I am just going from the left to the right. I am not going over to the actual like season and doing it. This was fun. There was a little bit of back stitching, not too much. I ended up with my back stitching, since I'm doing 1/1 on 25. I have a bunch of Gutermann thread that I use for my my lace, my bobbin lace, and that has worked out to be perfect for the perfect size, just a tad smaller than my one thread of DMC. And so it gives it just the right amount, but not too much for his little legs and the little parts on the little fence. So I'm hoping that works out good, because I have quite a bit of, I have like, oh man, I could show you here. This is all the Gutermann thread I have for all of my lacing, all the colors. So I think I have probably enough colors to pull the right colors I need for birdhouses to put in the right for the back stitching. I think I've got more than enough There's even some other colors. I try to keep them all in kind of the same general color range, because I love working with color in my lace. And so I pulled these out. I don't remember who gave me the idea. Oh, it was Sarah, StitchinMommy. She said, do you have any Gutermans? And I said, oh, do I have Gutermans? I have more than enough Gutermans. So she said, why don't you try that? It might be just a tad smaller than your DMC. And it was. So thank you for that suggestion, Sarah. And first section down, on to the next section. Okay, my last whip was a Whip Go piece from Whip Go, which is Jessie Marie's bingo board. If you want to learn more about it, if you do not know about it, it's basically a bingo board with patterns that you want to work on during the year. And then she calls out the numbers every month. So all you need to do is go on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, and go to the Whip Go, type in Whip Go, and you'll come right to it. It's lots of fun. This was one of my Whip Go choices for the month. And this is what it looks like now. So I got the horse's whole head done, pretty much. And before, it was just the part of the mane. This is, I'm stitching this on a 28 count. Picture this plus, Regency. Kind of a creamy, tannish, with the patches on it. And 2/2 full cross. And using the Cold 4 DMC for this piece. I've always loved this piece. Every time I work on it, I just wish I was working on it more. I got quite a bit of it done, and then I was just not happy with the fabric. It was just kind of stretching out way too much, and some of the holes were looking like bigger than the other holes, and it was just not looking nice at all. It was, the colors weren't matching good, with the kind of fabric. And so I just ended up just tossing it aside and picking up a whole new fabric, which I'm much happier with, but I had the whole top part done. So anyway, it's all being done again, but that's fine, because every time I sing this song when it comes on, I love this song as a child. I remember hearing it sung one time when I was in my, you know how you would go to, in school, you would go into the main dorm, the main area, and then they'd have people come play instruments or show you things or whatever else, and somebody came and sang this song and they used fiddles and a guitar, and it was just, like a pipe. They played like a sort of like a flute type of thing, and it was just sounded so haunting. It was so beautiful. So I long to hear you go, it says, I long to hear you away, you rolling river. So I will get more work done on this now that I've found it, like it better on the fabric I've got it on. Okay, so those are all my whips. So I'm going to move on to my plans. Two of the pieces that I'm working on, one of the pieces I've already shown you. Christmas stocking, I'm excited about that. So I'm going to go back and do all that back stitching, so I can at least show you the back stitching that I got done. And maybe if I'm lucky past that, I'll get to working on that other corner, upper corner, and get that done, get more of that done. So another piece that I haven't done much work on, and I want to get some more done on it, I'm way behind, is the Castle Homecoming Cell by Frosted Pumpkin. I think I've got the picture of this one. Yes. This is not an up-to-date picture, but it is of the part I'm working on, which is down here, with Nessie, Loch Ness Monster, and the little frog with the crown in the water. It's so cute. So anyway, I was working on that a little bit. So I want to get and do some more work on this particular cell. So I hope to work on that some in the next couple weeks also. Another piece that I started, it's like a new start, but I'm putting it in here in my plans so you can see it here. My friend Krista, who we do the birthday sale with, suggested to the sampler, her Facebook group, which is our sampler years, and also to other people, that GiGiR, who does patterns, She is celebrating her 90th birthday this month. And so she said, why doesn't everybody pick up either a GiGiR pattern that they might already be working on or start a new one in celebration of this really great designer's birthday? So I got excited about that because I knew I had a design by GiGiR that I really liked. I've got a lot of Welsh in my background, in my ancestry, and I had picked up this GiGiR pattern years ago. Mary Griffith's 1873, a Welsh Sampler. This is the actual look of the sampler. So of course when I start working on it, it's going to look different than this. But I decided that I really wanted to work on this and to celebrate GiGiR's birthday. So here was my start on it. I'm doing it with doing it on a 40 count R&R sheep's straw. I'm doing one thread over 2 floss threads, so 1 over 2, and using the called for over dyed threads. So far I've just done some of the border, but I think it looks real pretty. I think it's going to be a real pretty piece. So happy birthday, GiGiR, and I'm excited about this. The birds and the lady with her, you know, the jug on her head, you know, all the little animals and everything. I think this is going to turn out really, really neat. So I hope to get some more work done on that because I want to work on it during the month of November as much as I can. And then another thing which I haven't had a chance to work on yet this month because I was so busy with my October. The one full coverage that I usually always work on each quarter is my montage piece, even if I don't get hardly, or my montage or my lace maker, and neither one has gotten any work done on it the last 2 weeks, and that's because I started my new birthday sale, which was the Fall in Yosemite, and so that's all I was doing the last 2.5 weeks was Fall in Yosemite. Now, I would have actually been able to work on more, but not feeling well, and then beforehand I had some other issues too that were making it harder to stitch. So I did not get it done to where I could move on to working on autumn montage. So now we're getting close to winter montage, so I have got to put a few stitches into this. So this will be worked on in this next 2 weeks before I do another video also. Oh, and I can show you here what it looks like. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oh no, that was the one that I did not make a copy of. So I have the other montages copied, but I do not have that one copied. So apologize for that. But this is what I've done so far. I'm stitching it on a 25 count moss Lugana, and so it just has a slight touch of lightish kind of green, and this is what it looks like before I start putting some more stitches into it. Not sure what part I'm going to work on, don't know yet. I got carried away and kind of headed down here because there was a lot of confetti over here and I got bored, so then I headed down here, which is a branch. I might go back here, try to fill in the rest of this, you know, do the rest of this leaf here and stuff. Or I might go back here and do some more of this, or I might fill in some of the border. It's whatever I decide to do. But I do want to put some stitches in it because my goal was to make sure I put some stitches in each montage for each quarter. And winter's coming up way too fast, and I want to make sure I get some stitches put into this. So that I will also be working on this next 2 weeks. Okay, before I go, I want to show some stash I bought patterns-wise. But also, one of them has to do with a new start, my acquisition for one of my new starts. One floss tuber, needleberry stitches, my Catherine. Was influential in getting me excited about this pattern, and that's all I need is another full coverage, but I couldn't pass this one by. I fell in love with it. There is an Etsy seller called Stitches So Beautiful. She does get the copyrights to her pictures that she makes them into full coverage, so you don't have to worry about any situations with copyright with her artist. And she has this one by an Eder Rosa called Woman in a Field of Flowers 1. She has a lot of women in Field of Flowers, but this is the one, I guess, that caught Needleberry Stitcher's look, and me too. We just fell in love with it. The colors of the flowers, just the standing, the way that lady is standing there. I mean, it's just exquisite. I just love it. So I'm going to, there's several of us that are going to start this. Today's the 9th. We might start it as soon as like about a week and a half from now, but we're going to let everybody know when it does get started. We'll set a date, I'm sure. But there's a few of us now that we have a kind of a, what do you call it, a video, I mean not video chat, like just a chat going on Messenger. So if you're interested, probably the best person to contact would be Needleberry Stitcher, and she can let you know, how to get onto the chat, or she'll invite you to the chat. So, with how I've been feeling and trying to get better, don't ask me to do it. So, anyway, we have several people who want to start it, and so if you're excited to start it, same time as us, contact Catherine, and she'll let you know how to get on. So not only, of course, that couldn't be the only pattern that I got. I just go, oh, I love this. But then there were also a couple other designers on there I fell in love with too. Bright colors on this stitch is so beautiful. She has such bright colors. This piece is by Laszlo Code, and it's just called Laszlo Code 3 pattern. Yeah, I just loved the bright colors in this, and loved the little goats and the little cat. We used to have goats, and the little wishing well, and the little house, and the little birdhouse there up in the, it's so cute. I guess that's their regular house. I don't know if it is or not. It has a birdhouse on top of their regular house, but it's the cutest darn thing, and so bright and colorful. So couldn't pass this up. So I got this Laszlo Code pattern. Not starting it yet, but it is one I definitely want to do sometime in the future. And then this was also a colorful one that I loved by Carla Gerard. And it is called Festive Seascape. She has a lot of real pretty landscapes that are colors, really pretty colors. So, and this one was called Festive Seascape. And I love all the bright colors on that one too. So, the woman in the field of flowers could not travel alone. No. But she's the one that we're going to be starting. So beautiful with her standing there with her dress, just looking off in the distance with all those flowers. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. So, thanks for letting me join in and into the sale. So that's pretty much all, because I did what acquisitions I got, and my new starts, plans, whips, and you found out who won the pattern. So I think it's time for us to go on to my quotes. This one right here shows a quilt, and it says, "Happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you." So there you go, everybody. Happiness is anything that is loved by you, anyone that is loved by you. Remember, everybody, to find the beauty in every day. It's out there. And even when we're all sick and everything. It's been beautiful outside. I've had some beautiful weather, so I always look out. Appreciate it. Try to go out and stand in the sunshine, even when I'm not feeling well, because we have a wonderful, wonderful life and beautiful things to look at if we look for them. So you guys have a wonderful couple weeks. I will be back soon, hopefully to show you a brand new start again and some more of my whip progress. So anyway, everybody take care and have a great day. Bye.